Welcome to Provo, Utah, Lavelle Edwards Stadium at altitude. Altitude that's been piloted by the likes of Young, McMahon, and Detmer, and home to the BYU Cougars. We are in full-on stripe-out mode as the fans doing their part to try to distort the vision of the visitors. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Missouri Tigers, taking on the 25th ranked team in the land, the BYU Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. BYU about to kick it off as we get this game started. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The offense lining up for a first down play. Gets it past the marker. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I'll tell you what, you want to quiet this crowd down. You want to do something demoralizing to your opponent. Establish the run game early on offense.
Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. They're going to ride this running back. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. People like to say conference affiliation doesn't matter. But you get the SEC against the Big Ten, and there's no denying there's a little extra juice in the building.
Definitely extra juice. The best two conferences, the biggest conferences, Palmer. Everybody talks about these being the power brokers and deciding the future of college football. So, yes, it matters.
A lot of blue bloods in both conferences, David. You're right. I think it's something players are also very aware of, too, is having that conference pride, wanting to win this game, representing the rest of the teams in their conference.
Looking to throw, it's Woods. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, the offense trying to attack the perimeter of the field in the passing game. And how about the sweet feet by the receiver on that play?
Who doesn't like a little dash of the arts with their football? A little ballet moment there. Comes out throwing on first down. That's caught. It's strong. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
Hey, QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
They are in attack mode already in the red zone. It's 1st and 10 from the 20. They want to run this quarterback. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw on that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it to try to get his offense some positive yards.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. Bounce that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Sixth play of the drive coming up. 3rd and long. He has to throw for it. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that 1st down.
And this is why defensive coordinators lose sleep at night, because guys like this have the football in their hand almost every single play. 3rd down, nothing open. He makes it happen himself. Now set up with a great scoring opportunity with 1st and goal.
Missouri comes up with a 1st and goal. Just when they're looking run, now up top. Got it. And he'll step out of bounds just short of the goal line. Almost a touchdown, but not in there yet.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll go to the ground. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the 1st down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that 1st down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on 1st down. He wants to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Bauer. And he might be known for one pitch, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end.
I'll tell you, when you got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on 1st down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, and making it an easy completion.
He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
He's going to pass. Pocket starts to collapse. He'll pull it down and run. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping me.
They're trying to run the ball on 1st down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Trying to burn this defensive back. Grabs it inside the 10. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep, Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. And he's going to wind up losing a couple of yards as time expires here in the 1st quarter. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. He's got it in the end zone! Touchdown, Cougar!
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting into rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And he puts through the extra point. So a drive there of 85 yards, and they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll call for the fair catch here. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. He'll run it again. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get the first through the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's strong. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down.
Everybody on the same page there on blitz pickup, right? Offensive line, everybody communicating, understanding where they have to work to give their QB time to make an accurate throw and pick up the first.
Missouri has it ready to go with another 1st down. Motion from the offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Got the 1st down and more. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Missouri gets to the line quickly. And this time they're waiting for him, and he only gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Scanning the field, it's Woods. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And on money down defensively, you've got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Catch is made at the 15. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
On 2nd down, looking again to throw. And the full dive and grab down the left side.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line. And he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Coming after it. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
Really nice job by the defense. They know the quarterback was outside the pocket. They were still able to get a hat on him just as he was trying to make that throw and force the incompletion.
To the ground with the back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Quarterback checking off. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the 1st down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
They'll give it to the back. Bulls his way forward. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
I think tackling is about effort most of the time. It's about how much passion, how much physicality you can bring to get your guy on the ground. Refuse not to get him on the ground. That's not a big back. You got to get that guy on the ground. You can't let him pick up an extra couple yards and stay ahead of the sticks.
We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the 1st half. From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the 1st. Running back goes in motion. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
They'll line up for a second down play. Back to throw, it's Woods. Unloads to the wideout. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Well, the receiver was double covered on that play, and I don't know if the decision by the QB had to do with the pressure. Because he was hurried, he just had to get rid of that faster than he wanted to. He's lucky he didn't come away with an interception there.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. He'll pull it down. And he is not going to get there as the defense gets him on the ground. So Missouri will have to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Keeps looking downfield. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
A great job by the defense seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Second down coming up. Touch pass on the run. Got a lot of running room. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. And a chance to really carry momentum with them into the locker room if they can take the lead here. First and goal. With jet sweep pass. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-game land.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Missouri! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team out there getting set. Fair catch called for and made. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Going to take a shot at this DB. Heaves it into trouble, and he finds trouble with the pick. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
The give to the back. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Missouri, 14, BYU, 10.
Missouri will put a foot to it to start us in the second half. He'll return it. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15.
First and 10.
The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure.
Running toward the tape. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to first down.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge, like they do, great job on the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
Trying to find his man on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
The give to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Quarterback will audible. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. He's going to run it. At the 45 on his way. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
So frustrating as a defense because you got the offense in 3rd down. You're in a situation now where you can get off the field if somebody just makes a play, but you let the quarterback escape. And then beyond all that, you can't even get a good hit on him because he slides to protect himself.
This BYU offense set up with another first down. He's looking to throw it, trying to get to it. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys in a coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
Negative play on first down. That's what a defense always wants. Leaves it with the running back. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
on third down going up top. He finds his man, and he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
Yeah, he was able to make one guy miss, but he had to make two in order to pick up that first down. It was a nice individual effort, just not enough.
Would have been a makeable 49-yard field goal attempt, but they'd rather try to keep the ball and move it on 4th and short. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Tackled after picking up the first down.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decided to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
And the Cougars will snap it on 1st and 10. The give. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. BYU now into the red zone. Pulls it and fires to the left. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Going for 6. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
BYU lines up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to blast their way in. Touchdown, BYU! And that one will give them the lead.
A big question mark for this offense coming into the year, guys. Who could score touchdowns? Who are going to be their biggest playmakers on offense? This guy scored in the first game. He's off to a great start in this one with that touchdown. This guy looks like the real deal.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. Power football with the run. Got room at the 35. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
He showed it all there, a little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. And the Tigers headed quickly to the line. Going up top on first down. Quickly to the tight end. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
Give to the running back. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. First down. Finds the tight end. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. On the ground, it's Robert. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. A run for the quarterback. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Tiger.
Number 15 in the end zone.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they take a 21-17 lead. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll run it. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Missouri 21, BYU 17.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On second down, wants to throw it. And the Heat gets there, and they get it down at the 14-yard line.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. He's looking to throw. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He gets a block, and they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The offense set for a first down play. Wide receiver shows motion. They'll start this drive with a pass. Throwing right. Got his man. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
This guy's looking real sharp this week. Listen, QBs hate throwing picks. He only threw one last week, but that really ate him up all week long in practice. He wanted to come out here, put his best foot forward. He's done just that.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Little touch pass to the receiver. Shakes off the tackler.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Running back searching for a hole. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. Missouri wants to go fast.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? You've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Back to pass, it's Woods. Using his feet to buy time. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there.
After that incompletion on 3rd and short, it's going to be an interesting decision for the head coach because I know he believes in his guys to go get it here on 4th down and pad the lead, but if you kick a field goal, you make it a 2-possession game here in the second half, and I think that's the right decision.
They have the lead in a 1-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Gets it out quickly. He's not going to get there. Stops short on 4th down.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3-and-out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Eight-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Going to the running game. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Incomplete. Now, 4th down.
BYU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Smart move to keep it on the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Really good job by the defense seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. This is a big 3rd down. If they can move the chains, they can just about salt this game away. Looking downfield, it's Woods. Makes his connection. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
That play is going to drive the head coach absolutely crazy. You've got the lead. Why are you going out of bounds? Just get down, bleed the clock. The clock right now is your friend.
The Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy that you can depend on. Like, this offense is built around him for a reason. Just a good running back. You can see, gets north-south, doesn't dance, picks up positive yards, breaks tackles. He's just a really good player, and that's why this offense runs through him.
One more yard on this 2nd down might just put an exclamation point on this one. From the gun, running back on the move. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
And that was a nice 2nd down run and setting up 3rd and inches. And now it's physical time, right? Like, they know you might run the football. You know you probably want to run the football. How can you be more physical? Sometimes bring some extra bodies, some extra tight ends in. Go to that play that you know is your short yardage play.
Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. Trying to pick it up on the ground. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want.
Now on the move. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down.
How about that? You got the lead late in the game. Get some first downs. Salt this clock away. This is the exact position you want your offense in.
Imposing their will, right, David? I mean, we know we're running it. You know we're going to run it. We're trying to ice this game. There's nothing you can do to stop us.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it.
At the 27. Second down coming up.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Here's the handoff. And he is stopped at the line of scrimmage. Clock is all zeros and time.